Hello and welcome to Poundland to Paradise, your monthly guide to all things Walsall FC. I'm Craig, he's Joe. Happy New Year, welcome to 2026. Hate to say I told you so, alright. And let's get into January 2026 for the Super Sun. Well, Joe, this pod can basically be summed up by the following. We warned you for months. Now sit down, get your clappers out, and enjoy the ride to mid-table. Your thoughts?
Get your clappers out. I will be. Let's go.
Can we sell them actual, you know what I mean?
The
And they
wooden
have
ones.
some of them cringe Premier League teams have them, I think, where the kids
It's a
are
proper
and the
old school
mums
thing,
can-
isn't it?
Yeah, they would. Yeah,
The wooden thing.
Mate, they'd be perfect.
You
for
see
that,
them in those,
man.
those British pate from the 1920s, and there's literally like 10 billion people in like a 10,000 capacity stand, and they're like,
And they're waving that. Yeah,
They're
get
loving
some
it.
of them for us.
they got behind the team. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
When
I
the
mean,
team weren't
that's
doing,
why the team did well.
that's why the team did well, because they got behind them, and you've just got to get behind them. You know what I mean?
Because we never get behind them. That's basically why.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
The fact is, we never get behind them, and that's why they're not doing as well.
Well, let's talk about how well they're doing. It's pretty good.
Oh my god,
Pretty good. So,
that was the most sarcastic intro I've ever done. I think.
yeah, it was definitely the happiest intro I've ever done.
Oh man.
So, we were meant to have 8 games in January, but the game with Fleetwood at home on the 4th was postponed because of Storm Beretta, whatever it was
I
called.
think it was. Yeah.
Storm Mimosa or whatever. Yeah, that put a stop to that. But on the 1st of January, we went away to Cambridge in the league, and they're a good side under Neil Harris, who shouldn't really be managing at this level. So it's a tough away game, and it proved to be. We lost 2-0. Clark did win a late penalty, which Presley missed. But to be honest, they battered us, and they should have won by 4 or 5, I think.
Yeah. It was just it's just one of them days. Yeah.
Bleh.
Not good enough.
But as they failed to batter us, Norwich didn't on the 11th in the FA Cup. We went away to Norwich and they won 5-1. As predicted, I said at the time, terrible draw. Some people on Twitter saying like, oh yeah, it's decent and that. I'm like, of all the sort of Premier League and Championship teams you could have had, it's one of the least interesting. Don't
least
care about the
interesting.
city at all.
Exactly.
Don't care about the ground. Don't care about the club.
Yep.
You know, it's one thing if you draw Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, you're going to get battered, but it's going to be classy.
At least it's going to be a nice day out, historical ground, blah, blah, blah.
I'm like, sorry, I didn't go to Carrow because I don't care. I find that about as interesting as going to Mansfield's ground or whatever.
I agree.
And I'll go there, actually.
I've
I'm
been.
more likely to go there.
Yeah, probably.
I've been there and I'll
Because you
go
know
there
we've
again.
got a fighting chance here instead of going to Norwich, which is just Blair, and then you know you're going to get bad. Oh,
Yeah, I don't
the
get the
point?
fun in that. It's all right getting battered by a good team, but like, this is, you know, at the time before Clement had like turned them around, they were just languishing in the relegation zone in Championship. So it's just a terrible draw. They're not quite good enough that they could take you for granted and play none of their good players.
Yeah.
They're not big enough that like it's fun and that like it's a big historic thing, but they're also just good enough that they can kick the shit out of you. So that's what happened.
But I tell you what, that goal from Clark was just unreal, man.
Yes.
That was like the highlight
was.
of this month, if anything. And we lost, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that was
that was such a
very
good
nice.
goal. That Jesus, yeah.
He's got that in his locker, hasn't he?
Yeah, what a player, man.
But
What a
aside
player.
from that, there weren't too much to love.
Nah.
But then on the 14th in midweek, we had a chance to avenge that in the Cup. Went away to Northampton Town and lost 4-2. So again, there wasn't any avenging happening. And we're out of both the Cups in the space of 3 days.
Oh.
Again, with the Northampton one, you know, there were several League 2 teams we could have drew.
Yeah.
You get a League 1 team, you know, then you know you're sort of up against it. We did our best.
Yeah, again, it wasn't the
but,
best
you
draw
know,
for us.
If I remember correctly, they'd already beat us 1-0 in the group. Yeah, they did. We had them in the group stage. We lost to them in October. So I weren't expecting much. It was, again, unlucky draw.
Yeah.
We had a good start to the game. Uncle Albert scored a header But then they went on to take control. Carnu came off the bench to score to make it 3-2, and he was so clinical.
Yeah,
and I think that was
that was a
just
great
when we
goal as
got the
well.
news that he's staying.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you were like, oh, thank God, look
Thank
how
God.
good this kid is.
He's a great player. Great to have him. Yeah, so.
But overall, it was an
Happy
easy
with that.
night at the office for them. And
I
you'd
feel like
expect
at
it to
that
be.
point as well, Sadler really didn't care that much about that cup.
Nah, he
After
definitely
going out
didn't.
to Norwich, and he's like, nah, we need to just focus on the league, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
I think that's fair enough. And most of the
Whatever.
fan base are like that. You know that I'm of the opinion that,
Yeah, you want to go.
we'd have been, if we could have got
Wembley.
through that game, if we could have played our absolute best 11, really tried, we could have been in the quarters, and then you're 2 games away from Wembley and anything can happen. And I
Yeah.
think the chance to have a Wembley day, it'd be one thing if I thought, if you don't do that and you focus on the league, Sadler can get you to the top 3 and you're good. But I think we're going mid-table anyway, so it's like,
yeah.
just
so you
focus on that.
personally
That
would
could have been
thought,
cool.
Yeah.
We could have had something fun out of this
Something
season.
different, something fun, yeah. Oh,
But,
gosh.
even if he did play the best team and had a positive approach, I mean, we just got really unlucky with 2 bad draws there.
Yeah, that's it.
But at the end of a really tough first 3 games of the month, on the 17th, we went away for the 4th time in a row. Maybe even more, actually. Let me see. Did we? Nah, it was just 4 in a row.
4 in a row, but that's ridiculous as it is.
It's crazy,
That
isn't
should be a month worth of games. But whatever.
We beat Tranmere 3-1.
Mm.
And that was a really good performance, a rare good performance of these last couple of months.
Yeah.
Pattinson made his debut and played really well.
I
Goals
think-
from
I think-
Farquhar and Carnu and Matt.
Yeah, Patterson made a big difference in that. I feel like, his energy and his press just did a lot for the energy of the team, and the way he switched his kind of position with Jealous. I mean, he didn't have a position, but Jealous's position.
Yeah, they're moving, swapping around.
Yeah, I thought that was great. Yeah, I thought that was great tactics.
And he's forward thinking, and
really happy with that.
he gets the ball and he wants to run forward, he wants to pass forward.
And that's what we kind of need, really. I mean, yeah.
Absolutely, we do.
Yeah, so.
Because a lot of
I
that
was very
midfield
happy with
is a bit more pedestrian in it. And you have to wonder to what extent has Sadler played that into him. When Jealous first came in, was he quite
He was definitely not like that.
as negative as he is now? And Lakin and so on. I mean, Lakin was scoring goals, assists all over the place at Sutton, and he's kind of evolved into just a running man. They're all just kind of runners now, aren't they? And energy guys, because there's obviously no sort of, they're not being told to do anything more than that, I suppose.
Yeah, they're just like, give it Matt, give it Carno, and try and let them score.
And this is if they ever see the ball when you're attacking as well. That's the thing. It don't matter about. I was saying to my brother the other day that you could have Pirlo in this team, and he'll never see the ball. You know what I mean? So people saying Chang's really good at dropping deep, picking up the ball and spraying passes. You know, kind of like that, like sort of old school drop in DCM type of role. That's can pick his head up and pick a pass.
Yeah.
And it's like, it don't matter who you've got playing there if all we're going to do is Roberts or one of the centre-backs are just going to hoof it long over the top of them. The midfielders are really only there for defending purposes when they have the ball, which is all the time.
If we're doing this whole hoof it up to someone, then for some reason, and we're still playing like that, and it's just...
It seems pretty obvious tactically, to be honest. I don't want to sound like an expert or anything, but I just don't know how Sadler can't see the obvious flaws in the game plan. But
I know. But I feel like we've been watching Walsall for years, and I feel like we've always played like this. I don't get it, man. I don't know if it's the board or like some ingrained kind of someone up there that's like dictating some kind of like, you want to hoof it up to the big guy though, don't you? Like, that is class. Yeah,
it's like we're one of the last
it's definitely not play it on the ground. Exactly.
I mean,
it's like a lower league thing, like
2000s.
fair enough, but we need to get past that and play it on the ground. And when we do play on the ground, which all the fans in the comments of the YouTube videos and the interviews, just play it on the ground. We look great when we play it on the ground. And then as soon as we get into a bit of stickiness, we're like, oh, hoof it up. And then we just lose control of the game.
Or just they don't even try from the start.
Or they don't try from the start.
Roberts will have it, and it's just how often does he actually throw it short or kick it short?
And again, you think
constantly hoofs it.
It can't just be every single goalkeeper that we've had has that mentality. It's not. It's definitely not. They're being told to do that, and it's just mad. Absolutely mad. I mean, we've been screaming at the goalkeepers to like get it out quickly when the goalkeeper's next to us, and I've seen them, you know what I mean, and they've chucked it out, and it's just made that little bit of difference. Not that we
claim it from a corner or a deep free kick, and then like sometimes, like 1 time out of 10, he will look up and then like throw it along to the wing and then gets all the fans. Oh, the counter attack!
Everyone's going mad.
And everyone's going for it. And a lot of times
the whole
you
team are energized.
get something from that. But 9 times out of 10, he does that, feigns to do it almost as if he wants to do it in his heart. And then he remembers his programming.
Yeah.
Hold the ball, wait for everyone to get back, wait for all their defenders to get back.
Yep.
And then we'll hoof it up to Matt, who has been better this last month.
Definitely.
To be honest, but in general, it's not like he's the best
It's not working, like,
hold-up player anyway. And you've got to be really good to do that if that's all that you want to do.
I was going to say...
I mean, how good have you got to be that they're just going to have 3 defenders around you? You hoof it up to this guy and you've got to hope he brings it down. And
it's too much pressure on him if you think about it. Any player, like you say, any player that is just being relied on to pick up every single massive goal kick that's just flung through the air as high as possible, as fast as possible, and you're meant to create some out of that. That's bullshit, you know what I mean? Like, you can't put that on any player. It's going to make any player look like they're not in control, you know what I mean? When, you know, it might not be that case, you know what I mean? But
yeah, because he showed, like, I mean, he showed with that really good header he scored in this game, actually, to make it 3-1 when we beat Tranmere.
Really good header.
You know, he scored a great header from that Aidan Fleet cross of all people.
Yeah,
wonderful
what a cross, man.
And
Insane.
so if that situation can happen a bit more, it's fine. But like, he doesn't really get many chances, 1 or 2 a game, and you're asking a lot. And the rest of the time, it's not to excuse that he hasn't had bad runs of form. There have been runs where it's just he can never, ever bring it down or hold it up ever. But I think the last month he's been improved, but you're just asking too much.
Yeah, you're asking too much. Simply.
Can we oof it to you constantly and expect you to, you know, just
not
hold
viable.
the ball up?
Not viable at all. And the fans talk about the midfield being transparent, and that's because we're playing like that. We're not letting them be into the game, like you say, in an attacking sense. You know what I mean? They're only visible when they're running back or trying to recover things. And
they are there for when we hoof the ball long and lose it inevitably, and the other team has 70% possession. You're defending. That's what they're there for.
You're in a defending mode.
I've got no problem with the midfielders. Everyone should defend from the front. It should be a sort of a fluid, modern style where everyone defends as a team and everyone kind of attacks as a team. You don't need to have the centre backs in the box all the time, but I mean, everyone should move up together. But it's almost like in our case, you hoof it long, and Matt tries to like flick it onto Kanu, and maybe the wing backs try and push up. But basically, everyone else is just getting ready to defend because they know that's what's going to happen any second.
Yeah. But you see Flint getting up there and like he does get on the end of some good headers, but why is he being relied on to be in the box all the time? Like and then he's got to sprint back all the other way, you know what I mean?
Normally when we're desperately looking for a goal back or something, or
but
we're always better in the second half, aren't we?
Well, yeah. But I feel like he's too far up.
Have to be,
He shouldn't have to be, exactly.
It worked out on this occasion when he put that amazing cross in.
Of course. But that's rare as well, that don't happen, you know what I mean? How many assists has he had? Like, that must probably be his first one.
If we were a team that played well, that had the ball, that played it on the ground, that were a top 7 team, I mean, let's face it, compared to all these other teams, it's just insane how we play, really.
Yeah.
Like, he would just be sort of standing on the halfway line, just watching it all unfold, and then he'd just be organising the defence for set pieces and stuff. He wouldn't...
Yeah.
Because, like, why has he got to bust on that? Because we've got the ball, we're passing it around, we're dominating. Because that literally never happens, no matter who we play. Yeah. We'll come on to another example of that in a sec. I mean, some of the stats, we're just broken records at this point. But anyway, that was the good side, right? It's sandwiched in the middle of, I'm not being funny, a literal shit sandwich of 3 straight losses and then 3 straight draws after that. Drawsall has returned, by the way.
Oh, no.
The epic Drawsall return.
Drawsall. Oh, God.
The Tranmere 3-1 win was the only bright spot, I would say, because I think after that on the 24th, when you bring Accrington at home, I think a 0-0, I'm sorry, that is not a good result. And I don't care if you're kidding yourself if you think it is.
No.
It's just not good enough. And I think it was...
Drop points,
being there as well. It could be potentially... Actually, I don't know, because the Crawley one as well afterwards maybe was even worse, but it was... It's a toss-up between them two as possibly the worst games of football I've ever seen in person, and that includes any team I've ever watched in the world, including 6th-tier Spanish football. It was purely, like, abysmal boredom. It was the nadir of Sadler ball. It was, like, the nightmare that you must have as a footballer or whatever, and you get told by your agent you're moving or whatever, and you and you just like wake up in the night and say, "Oh my god," that's what you imagine playing in. It was utterly diabolical. It would have been better if the other team were actually any good and they just battered us 9-0. At least you could have seen something.
That's what I mean. It was just two shit teams. Just not performing.
Awful. You wouldn't have, if you'd watched that, you'd have had no idea that we're in the top 7.
No.
You'd think surely we're down the bottom with them.
We're both like in the latter stages of the table. Yeah, definitely.
And what's the excuse now? You can't say, "Oh, the striker got took back from his load." You've got a fantastic striker. You got an unbelievable goalkeeper. You've got loads of options in midfield. I'd say decent defenders. Hence the 0-0. There's no problem at the back, is there?
Yeah, there's definitely no problem.
You're playing a shit team that can't attack anyway. What are you worried about? Go and batter them. Go and win 2-0, 3-0.
Take it to them. Yeah, it's like our home advantage.
Like MK Dons would have, or Salford or something. It's just
they just took it to them. Yeah, and just I don't know. Yeah.
God, it's going to be a cheery one today, folks.
Sorry, guys.
Then on the 27th,
I mean, you know what's going on.
We had Crawley at home for a back-to-back goalless draw against Crawley, who I think at the time were just above the relegation zone. They might even be in it now.
Yeah, they might be.
And get this,
Can't remember.
34% possession. That's what we had against this team at home in front of your fans, right? I wouldn't accept it away, but you could at least say any point's good on the road and you keep it tight, whatever. At home, for the people who are paying money, I'm sorry, if you're getting on Twitter talking about, clap the boys, it ain't that bad. It is bad. This is insane. Bad. You can't have 34% possession against minnows, literal dog shit that are probably going to get relegated. And are a non-league club anyway. Come on, let's face it. When we're a League One club that people keep forgetting about. I'm fired up today. Battered by a shit team and get an undeserved point, by the way. We didn't deserve that 0-0. They battered us. They were way better than us.
Yeah, definitely.
What everyone said it as well. Bro?
I didn't actually manage to catch that, but everyone said that, we got battered and we were so lucky to get a point at home. Like, what? Against Crawley, like, it's just mad. Like, at home against such teams in such bad form, we've got to take advantage of this. And like you say, this is why you're in the mindset that we're going to finish mid-table, because like that is mid-table form, like literally.
Unless he changes it soon, the outlook, the approach.
Yeah, I mean, let's just get on to the last game, because at least there's a little ray of.
And then we can get to the talking points. Well, that's the thing. It's strange. Then we had our last game of the season on the 31st. 2 days ago at the time of recording. Hopefully you'll be hearing this later today. So our last game of the month 2 days ago, away at Chesterfield. 2-2 draw. That is a good draw on the road, and it was an entertaining, exciting game.
Exactly, yeah.
But the first half was horrendous. They should have been 3 or 4-0 up, and you're thinking, okay, this really is where the wheels are coming off. But then in the second half, it's almost like for a start, he brought a Doma on for Matt, which, again, Matt's been better, but if you've got a more positive approach, I think a Doma should be playing instead of Matt anyway, or maybe even the other kid who's got energy should be playing. But anyway, the point is, he must have said to him, play, and you're allowed to play now.
You're allowed.
And then what happens?
Please do something. Yeah,
goals from Carnu and Adoma. 2 headers, and it's 2-2.
Brilliant assist
Bob's your uncle?
from Barrett, which is what we come to expect from him. But at home, it's like he's just scared or something. I just don't get it, man. But yeah,
it's got to be the way I'm sorry. How can you still be defending him at this point? Like, I get it that point, in a way, it sort of papers over the cracks and. Sadler can sort of have an excuse, you know what I mean? Because the truth is, for some reason, he is only willing to play football and try if we're 2-0 down. Yeah. It's bizarre. Like, and then we're a good team.
And then,
So it's like, magic idea. Just do that at the beginning. Just play the game. What's wrong with it? Why do you have to hoof it to Matt? Why can't you see that we have players capable of doing something?
Yeah. Of playing it on the ground and taking players on. It's just mad. Yeah. It's like he's telling the players, like, these guys are so good, you know what I mean? Just be careful out there, you know what I mean? Be careful, just be conservative with the ball, be defensive, get ready to get back. No, go to him and play, you know what I mean? So maybe, like you said, out of desperation, he's had to concede his like normal stance.
Yeah, that's why people talk about second half FC. That's no accident.
Yeah.
It's because if we get a jammy goal or something, if we get a set piece goal in the first half, we'll just try and win 1-0 then. There'll be no second half FC then.
Yeah.
Second half FC normally is because you're 0-0 at half time or you're losing 1-0 or even 2-0 in this case.
Yeah.
And then he'll go,
shit.
Usually he'll, in the last sort of 20 minutes, he'll say, let's try, even if it's 0-0. But then he's a bit less keen on it. But if we're losing, obviously, there's no point. You got to try then.
Well, yeah, if we're losing, he's forced into the position. Yeah,
but it's like you've got
good.
you've got a mentality of a Crawley or a Harrogate or a
Yeah.
Newport, and that's how you play. And against teams like Chesterfield away, you could almost say fair enough. I don't think you should, but at home against the team that are 23rd, how is that your mentality? How is that acceptable?
That's insane. Yeah, I'd
They are having
lose.
65% of the ball.
Yeah, I'd rather lose than the 0-0 in a way. Because what are those points going to really do for us at the end of the season? Fuck all.
Nah, no.
2 points out of 2 games, or 0 points out of those games, and we actually had a go. You know what I mean? I'd rather us have a go.
100%.
To be honest,
and
but I
that's
guess
where
he's not
Sadler's
seeing a
coming
lot.
unstuck because people can forgive for so long. I mean, some people far too long, as we saw last year. I was warning about it last year again, 5 months early, and I had people on the terraces saying to me, "Oh, shut up. I've come for a day out this week, and you never see my face in 6 months, but shut up, just get behind them."
Just get behind them. That don't help. It's just
And
like,
then even they,
actually.
by its time, it was too late. 2 or 3 games left in the season when we were scrambling to try and get into third. Then they all started booing him off the pitch. The time to boo is now. If you want change, it's got to start now.
True, to be fair.
And I've been saying it again since November that even when we were winning games, even in October, we were saying on this podcast, look, it's good. The results are going well. It's great. But like, if the defensive, if we stop having Carnu picking things out of nowhere and getting clean sheets, we'll start losing games 1-0. We'll start drawing 0-0. It'll start happening. And you can't be that bad memory that you can't remember last year.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's happening again.
It's happening again.
Just because we got that 2-2 against Chesterfield, make no mistake.
Yeah. But there is a ray of hope in it by Alfie Chang, I think.
Yeah.
Patterson played really well. And like you reminded me, last season, to get us to Wembley, Alfie Chang was probably one of the main changes that were made to get us to Wembley. So
he was key.
I feel like we're putting him in now in January, and we've got Patterson and we've kept Carnu, and I just want to be so hopeful. I'm just trying to be hopeful. I'm being the hopeful one. You can be the the
yin and the yang. I've got enough hate for both of us. It's fine. Well, before we come on to the transfers and stuff and wrap up the business we've done as of recording, it is deadline day.
Is it midnight today?
I think it's
Tuesday
or 11 o'clock or something like that.
Something like that.
But today is deadline day. I'll be on WM at some point between 6 and 8.
Nice.
They're going to call me between 6 and 8 at some point to
We're
get my
good,
thoughts
get
on
locked
the
in.
Walsall side of things.
Get listen to that, people.
By the time that's happened, or even after, something else might have happened. But we'll come on to what's happened already in a bit. But first, so we played 7 games then in January. 1 win, 3 draws and 3 losses. 8 goals scored, just over 1 a game, and 14 conceded. So 2 a game conceded.
Yeah.
In the league, we played 5. We won 1, lost 1, and drew 3. 5 goals scored, 5 against. So in the league, it's a lot more. It's sort of you draw, you get a point a game, you score a goal a game, you concede a goal a game.
Yeah.
That's fine if you want to be 14th. It's
say,
not ideal for if you want to be in the top 3.
It's mid-table format.
Which again, let me remind you, we cannot finish in the playoffs.
Yeah.
If you don't think this guy's a bottler after what you saw last year, good God.
Yeah. We
Come on,
cannot go to Wembley
do not
again.
fool yourself.
It's just a waste of money. It's a waste of effort. You know what I mean? It's a waste of.
Oh
getting your
yeah,
hopes up
I said last year, not with this manager.
No way.
And they would never do anything as bold. And I kind of get it because it would be reckless and mental. But if we got, say, scraped into 7th, for me, as soon as that's sort of mathematically done, say there's 2 games left and we're safe in the playoffs, whatever, Sadler's sacked immediately, and you bring in someone like Steve Bruce or someone who's got experience, who's been in the game a long time, who's free right now, and say, come in, we'll give you a year's wages or whatever, just win these next 3 games and get us promoted. And that's someone who probably could do that.
That is a good idea.
But they would never do something like that. And I get why, because it is obviously a mental gamble.
Yeah.
So they would obviously just stay with Sadler. And you saw what happened last year. You saw how brave he was in the Wembley game against Wimbledon. Go on, boys, go out, wear that shirt. And just, you want to look back on this, just, you know what, when you're out there, just enjoy yourselves. Because this is going to be a famous day for you. Yeah, go out and play one of the most horrendous sporting events in history.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
The kind that you just like, I can't believe Wembley doesn't refund us. Like, how dare you? Like, if I went to some kind of event, if I went to like a gig,
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is this? Literally, what is this?
They're just playing all out of key and they're not even finishing the songs and stuff like that.
Not even just my team. Everything involved. What is
Everything,
this?
yeah,
Nothing is one thing happened and they won 1-0.
Yeah.
And literally, other than that, it was.
Yeah.
I've never
I'm
seen
glad I
anything
missed
that's
it.
terrible.
I'm actually so glad I missed it in retrospect.
Literally, the
I would've been
only
so
good thing
depressed.
about it was chonging fags in Wembley. That was cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Having like 10 fags.
Protest
in and out.
fags. Yeah, we've
Protest
been there.
Just terrible.
How
man.
shit
Come on.
it is. Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
So an overview of the month.
Yeah.
The chickens are coming home to roost. We're broken records, but they won't sack him. So buckle up.
But we've got that's just you know
Let's just
Alfie Chang only came in for one game
Alfie Chang, my lord. Alfie Chang. Anyway,
and that was the last game of the month. So let's just hope that the next month with
be
him
good,
can be
Just-
look a lot different.
good. I think.
Oh.
Player of the month, Joe. 1, 2, 3, go.
1, 2,
2,
3.
3. Robertson Carney.
Carno, yeah.
It's the
I
same
didn't
as
know if
last
we were
month.
going on go or not.
It's the same as last month. It's the only ones really.
Yeah,
Because again, everyone else just has to defend. So
To be
I
fair,
mean,
yeah, Roberts actually kept us in a point for most of those
loads of
actually,
games.
Yeah, thinking
He
about it.
saves us
Yeah.
almost every game.
He got us 3 points basically in those last 3 games.
Carnu
draws,
scores
Innit, basically.
whenever he has. Yeah, exactly.
And
I mean,
Carnu can score.
like I
That's
said,
about it.
Accrington. Crawley battered us. They definitely should have won.
Yeah.
If he hadn't have made saves, they would have. I'd
He
say
made some great
Chesterfield
saves.
at the weekend as well could have been 3 or 4 up at half time had he
Yeah.
not made the saves.
100%.
Accrington had a couple of chances that he saved.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
Yeah. Let's go
It's,
Roberts, actually. Let's go
it's-
Roberts, because he hasn't been player of the month yet, so...
And the Carnu
Go on,
thing's
Miles.
obvious. Well, I gave it him last month.
Oh, shit. All right.
Yeah, you gave Carnu. And I said, well, Carnu gets it all the time, so let's give it to someone different. But
Oh,
now it's just a split between the two of them, really, because
Jesus.
not that the rest of the players ain't any good, but it's just, I mean,
It's just the playing style.
What
It's
can you
literally
do,
just
really?
the playing style. Like, what is... Yeah, like, they're obviously good players that can... Because we've got these moments of magic that we can pull out of nowhere, like... But it's just...
but it don't really catch
they're
the
being
eye
told
if
to
you're
do other things.
Connor Barrett and all you're doing basically all the game is just sitting back in the back five and defending. It just
Yeah.
don't catch the eye. Or if you're Flint or whatever, just heading it clear.
Of course not.
And he's had his shaky moments this month as well, to be fair. So
Mm.
I'd say, and Weir's definitely had his shaky moments.
Yeah.
Against Chesterfield was a big one, but he's had plenty before that. We've been talking
He had a
about
good
him. He
crossing.
needs a rest. There's several of them who they're playing into the ground and they're having a bit of what happened last year with
Yeah.
Barrett. I mean, has Hancock got a knock again? Because why is he not in for Harper? I don't get it. He
feel
came
like-
back for a game or two and now it's
I feel like
Harper all
he
the time.
has he? No, he hasn't. Who's the other kid that got the Australian kid? What was his
Holman.
name? Holman, yeah, he's back out. Great. Wicked, you know what I mean? Bought him in, played literally less than a handful of games and he's
He played well in the cups, but he's out.
mortally injured, basically. Like,
But I think we've got
fuck's
enough
sake, man.
in the squad. Let's talk about what happened with the transfers then. So we lost very early in the month. Finnegan, Akeke, and Cox all went back from their loans. Finnegan and Akeke were really good and they were figured in.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
Cox didn't
they
really
did
matter.
really well for us. Yeah, Cox, when he was on the ball, he was shaky, so I wasn't.
And
I
he
wasn't
didn't
bothered by
really
that.
play much
Nah,
for good
nah,
reason, I
exactly.
think, based on what I saw. But Akeke was a
Yeah.
really good
And
utility
Finnegan
man.
was a big
Either side,
loss.
in the middle, Finnegan playing in the middle. They were all good, but they're all gone. But the replacements, the players that we brought 4 in. We'll get the not important ones out of the way first. We brought in Wapata, the Polish centre-back. He hasn't had a kick, I don't think, or maybe he's come off the bench.
No, he hasn't.
Last few minutes, something. And then, is it Lupalo B or something like that? The young kid striker from, I think, Fulham's under-21s.
Yeah.
He's come on late a few times and brings a bit of energy, but
Mm-hmm.
it's nothing to write home about. But the ones to write home about are Pattinson for Bradford,
Yeah.
who, as soon as we saw the signing, I was like, brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant.
Obviously, it's a bit controversial because of the whole Bradford last season and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But in terms of as a player, he looks fantastic and he has been
100%.
really good this month.
Yeah.
And just the other day, we got back Alfie Chang, who went straight into the team to play Chesterfield.
Yeah.
Or maybe even before that, if I remember correctly.
No.
Maybe. Or was that his first game?
That was his
Chesterfield?
first, yeah, and he went straight in, you're right, yeah.
So, them's the signings.
Yeah.
And we kept, most importantly, we kept Carnu.
Yeah. That's like a signing, basically. That feels like, you know what I mean, a signing. To not lose our star striker again if it makes you feel like, oh, we might have broken the spell, but I mean, the way the results are, just feels like we did lose him. But I don't know. That's
just everything else falling off. I mean, if he had a goal, just forget about it. Like,
exactly.
I mean, we're done. Even if Sadler does try and change he's going to be up against it then. Because we ain't got anyone else in the squad who's going to be able to do what he does. But
I'm hoping,
we kept him.
With Chang back, he can, change it now before it's too late. And I think if he does change it now, it won't be too late.
No, definitely not.
And like we were saying, a 2-2 at Chesterfield. I mean, after 2 0-0 draws, you don't want to see that. But in the grand scheme of things, it's a semi-good result. So gotta be hopeful. I mean, do you think we're gonna bring in anyone on the last day?
No, I was going to say I wouldn't expect too much action, and if you do, it'll be like a Lipsiuk type of like, what even is this?
What are you?
Like, literally, what are you? That you never ever see on the pitch.
You're never going to see them. Yeah, they're just there. Just
the only thing I can think of is that we need. I think Weir needs a big rest. They're obviously not feeling confident giving Straw or Wapata a chance to play on that left side of the three. So maybe they should bring in a centre-back with a decent left peg. I personally don't care at this level. I think it'd be more than good enough to just play a right-footer there.
What about Rico Brown? Can he play there?
I think he has deputised there sometimes. I think he feels better on the other side, but he can play there. But the point is, I wouldn't expect much, and I wouldn't really be bothered if we don't do much.
Yeah.
That would only be the emergency if Carney went. And if we didn't bring in who we already have in Chang and Pattinson. So
yeah.
I think the business has been all right. I don't really mind if they don't do anything else. But like you said, he needs to do it before it's too late, because last year he waited until basically 3 games left of the 46 when he finally said, let's stop hoofing it over the midfield and let's start playing Alfie Chang, who we'd all been begging for months to play.
That's true. Yeah.
Let's have him come forward and get the ball off the centre backs and pass the ball, and then we go and win our last couple of games or draw or whatever.
Yep.
Just miss out on third in the last minute, Bradford thing, and then batter Chesterfield over 2 legs. And then when you get to Wembley, I suppose Sadler must have said, "Yeah, that's all well and good. That's obviously worked. Stopped him in that. Go back to what made us shit for 5 months." And don't pass the ball 21 and just cry and hide and hope for penalties. And then you lose 1-0 to Wimbledon. So if he doesn't do that this year, if he starts now, I think there's every chance we can finish in the top 3. The squad is good enough. People keep saying that the board aren't backing him and stuff like that. I mean, he's right that financially they haven't spent as much as probably our position should.
Yeah, or the people around us, the teams around us.
Exactly what they do. But at the same time, I think
they've been smart signings.
They've been smart. They have. Our squad is not drastically worse. You could say the numbers are worse or whatever. We haven't spent as much money, but it ain't about just spending loads of money and still being shit.
Of course,
our players are as good, I think, as the ones they've got at MK, Bromley, and so on. I think with the right manager, this team can compete with all those teams.
100%.
I'd say they're all quite evenly matched in terms of the squad. But he
just needs a new outlook on it, man.
What are you going to do when this is the way you play?
Can't just keep playing like this. It's just stupid, yeah. It's just, even if it was working, it's the same as last season. Like, when it was working, it was great. And then as soon as it wasn't working, we didn't change. And we got shit results. So, yeah, please change things, sadly.
Yeah.
Please change
We heard
things.
it a lot. You hear that a lot as well, that, like, I've heard it on the radio and stuff, and it just boggles the mind that, like, when it's good, it's good. But when it's bad, it's really bad. No, it's shit when it's good. What the fuck are you on about? Even when we're winning games 1-0 and 2-1 and that in September and October, and the only reason everyone's fine with it is because we're winning.
It's because the points are on the board and we're still first or whatever.
But it's shit.
It's not good football.
You look at Chesterfield under Paul Cook, their fans ain't going to be up in, I don't know, because I don't follow, maybe they are, but if I'm 8th and I'm them, I'm not up in arms because they're fun. You can actually pay your money and go and see something happen.
See some goals, and
so fair enough if we're 8th or whatever. I'd rather be where we are now. Look, if you're going to be this depressing and just negative and cowardly the whole time, be top of the league, then it's fine. Then we'll all just go, it's fine, boring as fuck. I hate going there, but we win the game and we all cheer and it's great. And we get to go up. Then maybe we can think about doing something different when we go up. But like, you're not even securing that, you know what I mean?
Exactly,
You're just
we're not even securing.
Floundering as a sort of middling top 10 side.
That's what I mean. We're 7th now.
We're just clinging on now to
I thought we were 6th. It's just,
if we win our game in hand, there's a nice, healthy, gap opening up with Chesterfield, but
Yeah, of
at
course,
the same time, I mean, that's asking a lot from a team that's won 1 in 7 and I think like 2 in 12
Yeah.
in all competitions. So it's not like we're winning a bunch of games. So
Yeah.
just please just be a bit braver with the tactics, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, just please pass the ball into the midfield, let the wingers get up the pitch high,
Mm.
and just play it out and just try to get the ball wide, get crosses in, and just attack and don't. Because the players have proved they can do that every time they have to in the last 20 minutes of the games when we've already fucked it up. And then he tries it and it works. So it's just, come on, man.
Yeah.
But I think, I was willing to forget about last season and sit through this drivel to finish in the top 3. But now I don't even know if we'll finish in the playoffs. And I think a big part of the schism in the fan base, it's not a problem with the players or the manager, because I don't think they watch that or care about it at all. But when you look at how the fan base is split 50-50 on the terraces and on social media,
Online,
it's because what I like to call the third in the league mediocrity Taliban that just, third in the league. No, it's seventh in the league.
Yeah.
So someone like me will post something like, literally, what the fuck is this? This is an abomination. And then it'll be, quote tweet, 7th in the league. That's because you think that's good enough, isn't it? Because some people seem to think, I don't know if you know this, but in the 120 year of our history, third tier is basically our median. That's where we belong.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll be in the second tier a bit, never in the first tier, and sometimes in the fourth. So you go down. This is not. It's not normal for us to. I think these people would be happy for us to be in League Two for 30 years. And it's like, nah, we are one of the biggest clubs in this division. There are several clubs in the league above who are fucking Sunday league teams, got like 2,000 people stadiums.
Yeah.
This isn't acceptable.
Not acceptable.
It's been 7 years or whatever now that we've been in the fourth tier. If you're gonna never get promoted, at least play good football. I don't think we're asking too much. The 50% of us that are saying, look, we're paying hundreds of pounds for season tickets. We don't want to finish outside the playoffs or in the playoffs and bottle it and be very boring. We just don't want both of those things. Can we be good,
one or the other,
and try and fail, or fucking succeed? You can't do both. It's not like we're Newport where you can get away with doing both, where you can say, like, look, this is our level, we're a fourth tier team.
Yeah,
we'll try and punch above our weight and get in the playoffs.
Nah,
we're one of Bromley at top of the league.
Yeah.
That's not even a real club. I know they've got all the money and they're doing whatever, but that's where the board does come in. The board needs to show a bit more ambition. That is true.
If that's what's winning this league, then more money.
But don't let put more money let Sadler off the hook, though, which I think a lot of fans like to do.
Definitely not. That's not.
I got into a mad beef on Twitter the other week. To tell you where the guy said, "Stick to your podcast."
Yes, stick to your podcast.
I thought that's sick, bro. He must listen. That's class. I didn't think anyone listened. But
that's not a bad. It's a pretty nice insult.
Yeah, cheers, bro. But I think the argument was because, it weren't I was being perfectly cordial. I think he started going on top and saying, "Stick to your podcast" and all that. I was just being like, "Oh, mate, I feel like this and whatever." But I think he was saying "Oh, how can you blame Sadler? The team. This is a worse version of the squad that finished fourth last year, or whatever." And I'm like, I don't actually know if that's true. And he's like, "You got Evan Weir in the back three, and he couldn't even get in the team last year." And I'm like, well, yeah, because Taylor Allen was playing there, who was fantastic, and now we've got a player who's almost as good, I'd say, if not as good. So it's you act like this squad is shit, and Sadler's a genius for getting them to 7th. And you're like, I don't know what you're smoking, bro. Honestly, there's plenty of. There'll be a 29-year-old first team coach in non-league with his trackies on, who I think could come in, have some ideas, and do something interesting. Yeah. It's just this guy. I don't know what it is. It's just the trembling fear that the other team might score.
And just doing basically his game revolves around it. Do not let them score. And to be fair,
and if they do,
sometimes it's all right. Yeah, sometimes that works, but then we don't get goals, and then we just get points and at home. You know what I mean?
That's the thing.
Relegation fodder. It's just
last year and this year the same. The first 3 or 4 months of the year, you get plenty of clean sheets. You're really tight at the back, best defense in the league or one of.
You got a new,
and a Low or a Kanu
Yep.
does this thing where they get the ball once a game, spin on the edge of the 20-yard box, put one in the top corner.
Yeah.
And that's
amazing finishes.
the nerds and the boffins out there will say that those underlying numbers are not very good. That's not that's not sustainable.
It's not sustainable.
Because as soon as Cardew stops being able to just do like Zidane-esque shit at the drop of a hat every time he gets the ball, he might only do it every 3 times he gets the ball. So that's 3 games. Give him the ball more than once a game, Jesus.
Yeah.
Then he might be able to do more. He'd be getting hat tricks and that.
Let's build an attack, maybe. You know what I mean? Play it on the ground a bit. Yeah, it's just I don't know. Yeah,
but after a lot of negativity, we've said that hopefully Sadler will heed that we've been saying for months, but hopefully this is the last time we say it, and in February we'll see him start to be more positive. Let's talk about some little morsels of positivity. We said Roberts has been good, Carnew's been good, Pattinson's looked good since he come in, and Matt has been decent this month.
Yeah.
So I think the pieces are there.
Chang coming in, he played really well. He brought a lot to the team. Brought a lot to our game at Chesterfield. So yeah, it's just got to stay hopeful, I guess.
So that's positivity hour finished, lads. Because now we're moving on to the fixtures for next month. Sadler up. I'm one of them people that the happy clappers who jump on Twitter. I'm just feeding into this schism load. They jump on and say, "Oh, I bet the Boo Boys aren't happy." That we won that game or whatever because they hope we lose and that. And it's like, you know what? Yeah,
Jesus,
I am one of them. Yeah, I hope we lose. I was absolutely gutted when we came back 2-2 against Chesterfield.
I was fucking gutted.
I don't know why I am because it don't matter. You could lose 100 games in a row. They're never going to sack him. But anyway, look.
Yeah, true.
But positivity or not, listen to these fixtures.
Right,
so we've got 6 games in February. 4 of them were away and 2 were at home. Madness again. Don't know why we're always away all the time. But anyway. Only in League 2, hooray, because we're at both the cups.
Yeah.
So, focus on the league, yeah? Some of these nice, easy games. So, on the 3rd, we're away at Bristol Rovers, so this isn't too bad. They are dire.
They are awful.
So, I don't want to hear any shit about away from home, any point's a good point. No. Have to win that. Must have 3 points.
Yep.
Especially when you look at the rest of the month. Because then, on the 7th, we got Barnet at home. They are in the top half, looking to get into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Decent team. Their manager lets them play, and they'll probably finish above us, to be honest, if Sadler don't make the changes he needs to. I wouldn't be surprised if they finish like 9th and we finish 10th. So that will be by no means an easy game. Then on the 14th of February, Salford away. Is there anything we need to say? I mean, when you look at this team and the way they play, that's a nightmare. Literally.
It sounds awful. Yeah.
I just can't, it's tough. 18th of February, Grimsby away. On fire recently, just about to dip into the playoffs if they keep going on the run they're going. Away from home, not easy.
Not easy at all.
23rd of February, we come back home. Who we got? MK Dons. Best attack in the league under Paul Warren.
On a Monday night.
Probably the
hardly
only
any fans
team
are going to be there. It's going to be...
that are going to, they're probably the only team that can challenge Bromley for the title, I think, at this point. So that's going to be, absolutely nightmarish, obviously.
Yeah.
Just like the Salford game, it's a game where maybe we'll thrive because Sadler actually prefers being the underdog. I don't see it.
That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe.
Though. He always pulls it out against the bigger teams, and it's the smaller teams who are always fucking up.
Because his style is better for that when there's no expectation on us to attack, and the only expectation is to sit back deep and pray.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll have a couple of extremely boring games where we win 1-0.
It might be boring, but we might actually get some out of it.
But I think we might be asking a lot.
We're definitely asking a lot, yeah.
28th of February, end the month, away at Shrewsbury, at local derby, which, again, even though they're right down there, it's never good to play a local derby. Anything can happen. Appleton's just left, so they're probably going to have a new manager. Hopefully the new manager bounce will have wore off by the time we play them.
Yeah.
And they'll revert back to being quite shit, but...
Let's hope so.
At the end of the day, they were a League One team last year. It's a local derby. They're probably going to be, they will put it this way, they'll be fighting for everything.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
So again, I don't see that as any kind of foregone conclusion. So
no, definitely.
We got those 6 games, 2 at home, 4 away, against 2 relegation threatened teams and 4 promotion chasing teams. None of them are in mid-table with nothing to play for. They're all giving it everything.
Oh,
my prediction is, honestly, from an available 18 points, I think it's realistic that we will get 4 points from 18.
Oh my God.
So, my question to you is,
mid-table
do you think we'll be in the top 7 on the 1st of March?
Oh, God.
Happy.
I really hope so.
Happy.
I'm just living on hope. I just can't even. Yeah.
I got hope.
I just can't be asked to. Can't be asked to even try and logic it out and get.
It's good. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, 4 points sounds awful, but could be very realistic.
Whether it's 4 draws or a win and a draw, I think it's gonna be tough. And based on how draw sorely we are again, reverting back to what we did last year at this time of the year, it wouldn't surprise me if we did pick up points against MK and Salford, and probably against the shitter teams, the Bristol Cities and Shrewsbury, and then lose to Barnet and Grimsby, something like that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me. So we'll have to wait and see. But basically, when you've slipped down to 7th now at the time of recording, from again being at the top of the league for several months. At least it's happening earlier, though. We did say let's get it earlier. That's what I'm
saying. We've always said this. Like, if the drop off has to come, it's hopefully going to be a lot earlier than last season. So,
because with any luck,
at
if
least
we
now
do
we're
get,
fighting.
If we get
really
1 point
fighting.
from 6 games in February, they might sack Sadler, and then we'd have enough time to actually do something.
Well, that is very true. Also, so yeah, there are things to
or
signs of
preferably, because I would like to see him have a. All joking aside, I'd like to see him have a. What you call it?
Revival.
What do the kids call it? That arc.
Redemption arc.
Redemption arc. That's the one.
Yeah, I hope so.
I'd like to see him do that and get
great.
Into the top 3. And if he starts this month getting some results, he might do. But
we've always said this: we don't care about first, second, or third. Just get us in the automatics.
No, exactly.
And we love you. You know what I mean? So just do it, please.
And I mean, before in his first full season in charge last season, at the start of last season, I'd have been, given how terrible we'd been for like 5 years in a row, finishing lower mid-table, I'd have been like, just get us in the playoffs. It was only a disaster because he had us top for half the season.
Of course. We didn't expect to be top. You know what I mean? Nobody expected to be top, and that's why it's just so.
But then after seeing what happened last season, I can no longer be thinking, just get us in the playoffs.
Because now we know that it's not safe at all.
I'm not trusting that for a second.
Yeah, there's no way we can
get us in the
now.
top 3.
You fucked that up, basically. By last season, you've now made it impossible for the fans to get behind you in the playoffs. So
the fans would probably be more like excited or optimistic about a playoff push if we'd gone out in the semis after having like a really good battle with Chesterfield and like 4-3 and 3-2 or whatever, and then you go out, we played well, but like, it's a look at the draw or whatever. But the fact that we battered them and then went and put in the most abysmal, cowardly, pathetic performance in history.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It all came down to what the Wembley performance was, which was absolutely dire, obviously. So it's like, even if we battled at Wembley and still lost, that would have
100%.
even that would have gave us a little bit more confidence than.
But we now know if we do
that.
get to Wembley, this manager is going to hide, cry, pray for penalties.
Yeah.
And if anything, it's worse this year because there are no Wimbledons in the mix. I'd say every one of them teams in the top 7 are really good attacking football teams. Notts County, Swindon,
we'll get
Bromley,
rolled over,
MK, Salford. None 100%. Of them are going to do the let's have a terrible 0-0 draw.
Yeah, and
we'll get a header from a corner. They're going to just batter you.
Yeah, they will. Definitely, 100%. I don't think we'll get through if we end in the playoffs, we are not getting to Wembley again. And we're not getting through the playoffs. If we end in the playoffs, that's where we're staying, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we'll be in League 2 again. Definitely. 1,000%.
But third is by no means, we're at 2 points off it. It's so congested.
Yeah, it's congested.
So there's absolutely no problem.
Keep the faith with that
Just
as well.
start playing football now. You've got Chang in who you know what he's capable of. I'd like to see a double pivot because I think if you leave Comley out, you haven't got enough of that like bulldog in there as well. And I think to be honest, this season when you look at Lakin and Jellison, they're not even putting much up, you know what I mean, in terms of creativity anyway. So I wouldn't mind seeing Comley and Chang and then just Clark in there maybe. Or Richards in the attacking midfield, but
and
then let's sort of have
that would be great.
Like that sort of box or whatever.
Clark needs to be
but I think if you're going to have one just there and it's Chang, then it'll be good in terms of him getting the ball distributing, but then you don't have that same defensive. Like I think Comley being out was a large reason why we were 2-0 down at half-time against Chesterfield.
Yeah.
Because it was just too open.
Yeah, you're right.
But
that's true.
We'll see. We will see, but
we'll see.
Happy Walsall, happy days. Have a nice transfer deadline day. I hope we've I helped you out. Thanks for listening to this uplifting episode of Poundland to Paradise. Like, comment, share, all that stuff, and we'll be back at the end of February for more brilliant, happy times.
Let's hope so.
Bye.
Bye.